Welcome to Pick Six, where we will be discussing today 2001's Mulholland Drive, directed by David Lynch. Mulholland Drive follows an aspiring actress who has an amnesiac woman uncover her identity after a car crash. Their mystery turns into a surreal Hollywood nightmare of dreams, jealousy, and a fractured identity. It's David Lynch's dark look at ambition, love, and the lies we tell ourselves. This is Mulholland Drive.
What happened?
There was an accident. A car accident.
From David Lynch, the director of Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet.
Could be someone's missing.
The girl is missing.
I just came here from Deep River, Ontario, and now I'm in this dream place. I don't know who I am. That money, you don't know where it came from.
Oh, by the way, those two detectives came by again looking for you.
Someone is in trouble. Something bad is happening.
Now you got me scared.
There is no band, and yet we hear a band.
Silencio. I remember something. What is it, Rita? What is it? What do you see?
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive.
That's where I was going.
Diane, the car's waiting. You coming?
And welcome officially to Pick Six. Brad Gilmore alongside the General Jeff Smith. Jeff, how are we?
Oh, man, I hate it when the trailer ruins the whole movie. Boy, does that just tell you everything in a minute and a half. It's terrible. I'm doing fine, I think, or is this a dream?
It's to be discussed today as we talk about 2001's Mulholland Drive, directed by David Lynch. Now, here's the rules for people turning in for the first time. And by the way, congratulations if you're watching us live. Hi, how are you? You can put stuff in the comments if you like to. You don't have to. Don't feel compelled to. But what I was going to say is the way that Pick Six typically works, it's a movie you've seen or it's a movie I've seen. We assign it to one another. The other one hasn't seen it, and then we talk about it. This is one that you threw a curveball. After the lovely, light, fun-hearted comedic stylings of Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, you say, you know what? You said, you know what? I want to follow this vibe. And let's go to Mulholland Drive.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
That's a very good question. So I have only seen up until Mulholland Drive in the world of Lynch, Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks came out when I was a freshman in high school, and it was kind of a cool show to watch. I watched that, and then I went and saw Fire Walk with Me when it came out in theaters and hated it like a lot of people that's watched the show because we just were not ready. We didn't really know what David Lynch was from watching Twin Peaks. So there's a lot of influence from the co-creator, Mark Frost, who did, I think, St. Elsewhere. So he was more of a TV guy that kind of took David Lynch stuff and helped make it a weekly TV show. Very good weekly TV show, but just something that wouldn't freak out America. And Mark Frost had nothing to do with Fire Walk with Me, so, and it shows. So I just thought it was weird for the sake of weird. I was probably just starting film school, and so like some of the pretentious film students were into Lynch, and I dismissed it entirely because of who they were and just never saw anything. But this year, for whatever reason, YouTube algorithm kept giving me Mulholland Drive, like Endings Explained, and I wouldn't watch it because I wouldn't want to know. But there was a podcast that I listened to from time to time called One Effing Hour, and it's a bunch of film kind of nerdy dudes that, and just guys and girls that talk about a movie for an hour. And they did one on Mulholland Drive, and it had switched over to that YouTube video while I was walking to work one day. So my phone was in my pocket, so I didn't switch it. And then I had listened to the whole thing. So I did get a little bit of spoilers from it, but it was intriguing enough that I wanted to watch it. And I started to watch it 2 different times, and I stopped because either I was scared because I was watching it at night and the diner scene freaked me out.
Yes.
Or I just wasn't in the headspace during the dream part at the beginning, where the acting style and the way it's going, I didn't trust it enough that I wanted to keep going with it during that time. So I stopped, and I kind of needed PIC 6 to force me to finish. And it did. And so here we are. And I also do want to do it alone. So Brad Gilmore got to join me as well. My dual personality.
I will say, so this is a movie that you hear about it, right? I knew about it. I knew it was a Lynch movie. I am not somebody who is super high on David Lynch in general. Like, not saying that I don't like him. I just don't know a lot, right? You know, I wasn't a Twin Peaks fan, although The Restaurant, brother, that's a different story, brother. No, I'm kidding. But they do have good wings. But I was first kind of put on to Twin Peaks from an episode of one of my favorite television shows, Psych. And Psych did a Twin Peaks kind of parody, I guess, or not parody, but kind of allusion to, called Dual Spires was the name of the episode. And they did this a few times where they did a Clue kind of takeoff. And so this was something that I was interested in. After seeing it, I go, okay, I get the vibe of a Lynch. And then again, it didn't inspire me enough though to go and start looking at his catalog. And I always got David Lynch and David Fincher. Is that who I got them mixed up?
7?
Yes.
Fincher,
Fincher and Lynch, I'd get them mixed up all the time.
Okay.
So I thought that up until last night. So I was like, oh, I've seen a lot of Lynch movies. Like I've seen 7. I think he did Social Network and Green Button. And
I'm in for.
I was like, okay, this should be good. I like his stuff. I'm a fan. I like the tunes. I like the hits. And so then I go, oh no, am I misremembering it? So I looked up real quick as the opening credits are going on, and I'm like, oh, this guy died already. I thought he had a movie coming out with Brad Pitt this year called How did he die? I got this guy mixed up with somebody. And then I looked through the filmography and I recognized like Blue Velvet and then and Twin Peaks. They did a movie version of Twin Peaks as well. And so then I will tell you this, when I was seeing the opening credits, I got excited because I saw Robert Forster. And I like Robert Forster.
Yeah, he's going to be great in this.
I was like, oh, hell yeah, Forster's in this. And then because this is 01, so this is post Jackie Brown. This is post Max Cherry.
This is his comeback.
I'm excited for some Forrester because, by the way, in Jackie Brown, he might be the best person in Jackie Brown, best actor.
Yeah.
It's hard. Everybody does a really good job in that movie, actually, because De Niro as Lewis is like on a whole different level.
Sure.
Sam Jackson is great.
Jackson's being Sam Jackson. I like Chris Tucker and Jackie Brown.
Chris Tucker's great as Beaumont. And then Tiny Lister is great in it.
Sure.
Pam Grier is, this is another aside. This is how this show works. I was at Comic Palooza a couple of weeks ago, which is where you and I did a couple live podcasts and met Marty and Doc.
Sure did.
And Pam Grier was there. And I don't typically purchase the photo situation. I did for Doc and Marty because that was a very special circumstances. So I considered it for a second. Because I'm like, it's Pam Grier. This is Coffee. This is Jackie Brown, right? This is Foxy Brown. Not Foxy Brown. She was Foxy something or another.
Foxy Brown.
Was it Foxy Brown?
Because
there's also the rapper Foxy Brown, so I'm confused. I think it was Foxy Brown. But she was Coffee. I know she was Coffee. And then I saw her price. And I was like, you know what, Pam, like I have respect for you. I'm gonna give you respect over here. Look at that.
For those watching, Pam's Coffee, which is Quentin Tarantino's coffee shop in California.
Which is awesome. I like that. But I didn't go for the Pam Grier photo. But I almost did it out of respect.
What was the price for a Pam Grier?
75.
Yeah.
50 we're talking. 50, like I'm like, I'll do it for the love, like off the love. But I did give her one of these as I was walking by. I gave her one of these.
Like,
yeah. Like, hey,
25 too much.
I was
Big
like, hey,
peace sign. Peace out.
I see you. I see you,
Yeah.
Pam.
I see
I got
you,
respect
but
for you.
come on.
But I'm not gonna take a picture. But so I saw Robert Forster and I was excited. I was excited that he was in this movie.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
He is in this movie, the opening scene.
So yes, and we're gonna talk. I don't know like where to even start with this, but I saw that and I was like, okay. And then I always love a movie that starts with you're like right in it. There's a car crash. There's a gun. What's happened. I don't know what's going on. I love a what's going on movie. Like I can't tell you how much I love a what's going on movie.
Yeah.
Like for the beginning. You always want something to grab your attention. And I was trying to think, and you're the film historian more than I. Who are like the great attention getter movies?
Who has a good like opening? Well, that explains why you like James Bond so much too, because that's it's the big thing that maybe doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the movie. And Indiana Jones followed that trope as well.
Indiana Jones. Anything Goes might be better than the Golden Idol.
Oh yeah, I used to be able to do that because I had the soundtrack as a kid. I used to be able to do Anything Goes in that language, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to say because you don't want
to be wrong.
I don't want to be wrong. I hate being wrong.
I was trying to think of like what directors are good at the opening. Like who are the all-time great opening directors? Because I think obviously when you should think about Spielberg, but Spielberg's very grand in his openings.
Yeah, right? Jaws is pretty strong.
Jaws is maybe the best opening.
Yeah,
in any movie ever. Stuff. That might be the best opening scene to any movie ever. Jaws.
Yeah, I don't even know if we need to keep thinking because that's pretty good.
But I always love a Scorsese where it's like, let me show you how I got here kind of situation. You know, and it's a VO.
Yeah.
Those are good. Quentin, what's an opening to a Quentin movie?
He does he'll do dialogue, get you in. Like if you think of Pulp Fiction, it's a long conversation in the diner with Honey Bunny.
Yeah.
And then even Reservoir Dogs starts that way. Combo. It's he'll get you in with the dialogue. Going back to David Fincher, Social Network opening scene, speaking of a dialogue scene, I think I maybe even have told the story on this podcast before, but I started to watch Social Network one day at home while I was doing other things and thought, oh, I'm listening. And I realized I had to, about 5 minutes in, start the movie over because I realized I was missing everything and I was doing myself a disservice. So no laundry for me that day. We need to watch Social Network.
Social Network's probably the best movie of the 2010s.
Ooh.
From 10 to 20 or to 19, I guess. I think it's the best movie. The soundtrack is incredible.
It's true.
Trent Reznor soundtrack. The opening scene, I think they shot it 99 times from what I read. Seriously. I think they shot the opening scene 99 times. And then it's a Sorkin script. And I'm a Sorkin guy. I really am. I like an Aaron Sorkin script. He's another dialogue king.
Sure. He is the writer that the old screenwriting cliche is 1 minute of screen time, 1 page in the script, and that does not apply with Sorkin because you say it so fast. You could have a 300-page script and it's still just 90 minutes long.
Sorkin loves his dialogue. Better dialoguist, Sorkin or Tarantino? Two different flavors. This is like a Jay-Z versus Nas kind of situation.
Yeah. I would say Sorkin for me.
I think it's Sorkin.
But I'm a big fan of a walk and talk.
I love a walk and talk.
Sorkin does a good walk and talk.
Here's my thing. Sorkin's is like a really beautiful composition where you have the flutes and the horns and the strings and the brass section and the conductors really making sure it's all very rhythmic and together. And Quentin's is more very jazz. It's very jazz-like. It's like, hey, you looking for exposition? I'm not going to give it to you.
Right.
We're just going to talk.
We're going to chit-chat. Sorkin, he's laying pipe with the big fast dialogue, and Tarantino's like, nope, Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese, baby. I don't care what. Let's talk about the OJs. You know what I mean, and all that. So, but so going back to this, I love a good "what the hell happened" open, and that's what we get with this movie. There's a we don't know who she is yet, actress. We don't know really what she is, right? We just know she's a beautiful woman in the back of a limousine, and this is Laura Herring's character.
Yeah.
Who, I guess she's at this moment Camilla. I guess.
Well,
no, I guess at this moment she's Rita.
This is Rita because if this is the way you follow the movie, none of this that's happening right now is real.
Spoiler alert.
This is all part of Diane / Betty's dream to make Rita get amnesia and need her. We don't stop here.
No. So she gets into a car crash after a guy pulls a gun on her.
Yeah.
But
he's about to silence her.
He's about to silence her. Silencio. And then she runs off into the woods or whatever. And this is where the movie starts.
An apartment. Yeah.
I was in from the first like 5 minutes. I was like, let's go. Okay. Now, your first 5 minute experience, were you right there with me?
That part I'm in, and then I think the next scene is when Naomi Watts' Betty arrives at the airport.
Yeah,
and then with the old people, and that scene I'm kind of like, okay, we're playing it a little over the top. That's fun. All right, and then she has the scene where she gets to the apartment with Coco. That's what everybody calls her. And I'm on board for that. And then soon after that, we get to Winkies. And that's when I had a problem because for whatever reason, David Lynch can make me feel like I'm in a real nightmare with just the way he has characters talk, the way he has the score be low and just everything's kind of off, that immediately that scene started freaking me out. I was watching it at night by myself. And I wanted to wake up, so it stopped. And even though I mentioned I had known spoilers, so I knew there was something behind the building, but at that time I didn't want to know. So that was it. And I thought I would watch this during the day with windows open and happier times.
Are you a horror person? Don't you like horror?
That's the thing. I can watch any movie and go to sleep to it, and it could be a horror movie, and I don't care. The only movie before this that gave me nightmares when I tried to watch it was Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, David Lynch. And because it's just, like I said, for whatever reason, and when he does like the flashing lights and everything, I think my personal real life nightmares are similar to what his nightmarish landscape is. So I feel like I'm there. And I went through a period where I was having nightmares. This is just me, everybody. But I was having nightmares like for years nightly. And it was just a thing. But I started to embrace them because I was so relieved when I woke up that it was not real. But as I started to watch this, I'm like, I don't want to do that on purpose. This is terrible. I'm not in the mood for that. And then I had to prep myself for it. And then, it was okay.
So,
the first 5 minutes are freaking me out.
First 5, 10, 15 minutes. Like
when we get to Winkies,
When we get to Winkies, this is the first part where I go, okay, what's happening? I'm not certain I know. Because at Winkies, there's these two guys talking. One actor I recognize, the one who is kind of having this moment, right?
He's from Idiocracy. I recognized him.
He's from Idiocracy.
Yuppie at the beginning that doesn't have kids.
He's been in a lot. Yeah, he's been in a lot. Like he's that guy. He's who's that? I know that guy from somewhere.
Yeah, I like this guy. Oh, this guy's being creepy.
So I did like this guy, but so I'm in. Like I'm listening. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? He's talking about this nightmare that he had. You were talking about a nightmare that you had.
Yeah,
right? I mean, we're all talking about nightmares. And then he's like led out to the back alley of Winkies, and I don't know how you describe the person that we saw. A homeless vagrant with, is it fecal matter all over their face? Is it
So, yeah, it's kind of
Dirt
like
and
a
grime?
witch that has been pooped on, maybe, because she kind of has like a fake nose. It looks like she's the actress that eventually played the nun in the Nun movies. Little fun little trivia.
Great casting.
Yeah, yeah.
Spot
So,
on.
yeah, I think, at least the first time we see her, I think she's made up a little bit extra, and then she pops up at the end, and I don't think she's as stylized.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is a creepy, and then he calls her a man in the dream, but it's definitely a woman.
It's definitely a
That's
woman.
back there. She kind of looks like the hag in Snow White
A little bit.
after she transforms, just covered in fecal matter. Yeah, she's
It's
been pooped on by Hollywood.
and then he faints and dies.
I guess he dies. Yeah, he like clutches his heart and he falls back, and we don't see him again till the very end. And that's pretty much his part. His part is longer than Robert Forster's, because Robert Forster is only in that opening scene.
Yeah, let's go back to Forster for a second.
Yeah.
So Forster's in the movie for maybe 17, 18 seconds, I would say.
Not long. Yeah.
Like I'm being legitimate. Like maybe 20 seconds at the most, 25. He has 2 lines, maybe 3.
He's a very disinterested detective. Him and his partner, they're kind of going, "Hey, somebody could be missing." Yeah, I guess. And they
A
look out
very
into the city.
disinterested detective is going into my names and titles I like. By the way, I'm writing it right now.
Okay. But the reason I think he's in it so short is because part of the interesting legacy of this movie is that originally Mulholland Drive was written to be a TV series.
Yes, talk about
It was
that.
it was a pilot that was made for ABC, and I think that has a lot to do with why some of these characters have bigger moments and then they disappear. So yes, they made a pilot, and the pilot you can find, or at least find descriptions if you're interested in finding out what actually was the TV show where that first episode ended and how much they revealed. And it boggles my mind to think that this would have been a TV show, because it ends with the part where Rita gets the wig and they're staring at each other in the mirror like, you look like me. And that's how it ends. There is no silencio. They find the dead body of Diane, and they have the audition, and they have the meeting of the director and all that. But that's the show. So most of the show is the first 2/3 where the acting is over the top and big and weird, and none of it ever gets explained. So I don't know why they thought this was going to work. And then David Lynch took it and made a movie out of it and changed it so now there's the dream structure. But I think that's why you get some characters that probably would have been big if this had been picked up, like the detectives, like the hitman, like the director. I read that when the director goes and finds his wife with Billy Ray Cyrus, and he moves out, and he ends up becoming Betty's neighbor in the complex, and then they kind of have a relationship, but that doesn't happen. So yeah, you get characters that are in and they're out. I think the mafia guys were going to be in there more. I think the little person in the big body from Twin Peaks was going to be in there more. That explained the weird behind the scenes of how Hollywood works in this universe, but we just get a movie. But I think that's why Robert Forster and Brent Briscoe, who is the other director, have one scene and then they're out.
Then they're gone. They're just done. It's it.
You see detectives like moving around, like you hear about, there were detectives here, but you don't see them again.
Well, and the other thing is, Forster was credited in the titles, like in the opening credit.
Yeah,
and Robert Forster.
And Robert Forster.
I was like, okay. So this is like a big role, and then it wasn't. There are and the television thing makes sense when you're adapting it. But the other thing that makes sense about this movie that kind of also doesn't make sense, this movie being, is that since we're to assume at the third act of the film, things switch around, and we're assuming that she was having some sort of okay, and excuse my French here. I'm trying to figure out exactly what was going on. I don't know if it was a mental breakdown, a drug overdose, a dream slash nightmare, or really excuse me because I'm trying to figure this out, or a masturbatory fantasy.
Well, there is a scene
because there's a moment of that, and so I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, what's going on exactly? And yeah, I didn't fully understand it, but if it were any of those, aside from the last one, you get why. Well, maybe even the last one, you get why things pop in your head randomly, right? Throughout that,
true.
right?
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I have this random thing that doesn't seem connected to anything, but that's like how a dream works too. You're like, there's this random moment, and like where you're in your house, but it's not your house, but you know it's your house.
Yeah,
and it looks like your uncle, but it's really not your uncle.
Coco's the mother of the director, but in the dream, she's the landlady, and the guy at the apartment is the announcer at Silencio.
Yes.
From what I took from it, and from what I heard afterwards, is the common explanation for it is that everything that happens in the last 2/3 is real, and that Naomi Watts is Diane, and she had this relationship with Rita, but the real Rita. And she came out to Hollywood and did not get success, but her girlfriend did, and she did it because she she casting couched it, and so out of anger there, she hires a hitman to kill her, and then she finds out that her ex-girlfriend is dead, and the first part is her dream or her just fantasy of how it should have gone, how it could have gone, how her talent alone would have gotten her an audition the second she walked into Hollywood, but that she didn't get the part because there's this elaborate conspiracy group in the background that's keeping her away, and they're making these movies hire somebody else, and she's got now this girlfriend that needs Betty night and day and can't remember who she is, and they're going to try to solve a mystery, and the hitman is actually hapless. So he wouldn't have been able to do the job anyway. He actually shoots people through the walls, and it's more about that. And then there's a cowboy.
And then there is a cowboy.
Yeah.
There are several parts though that, like, even if you follow that structure, which I think makes a lot of sense. If you follow the everything that you just said, that she's this down on her luck actress or whatever, and it didn't go her way, and whatever. There are still some parts of like, how does she dream discovering her own dead body before she kills herself?
Well, you could do anything in a dream.
But are we to think that this has been on her mind?
Is that
there's a scene where they both go to her apartment, and she doesn't know it's her apartment. Diane.
They go to Diane, who is her, but she sees the outcome. I think perhaps this episode should just be called Two Idiots Trying to Figure Out David Lynch. I think this is as we're getting close to the end of the dream, where it's starting to unravel, and then at the Silencio Club is where it all falls apart, and she has to face it all. I think that could be a part of why she sees herself, because she starts to say it's weird to call yourself, and they try calling her answer machine, and she's going to leave a message for her. Betty says it's so weird to call yourself. Yeah. I do think that perhaps even like the homeless lady is her final outcome, that she's afraid of what's going to happen to her. Like Hollywood just forgot her. Now she lives behind a Denny's or a Winkies on Sunset Boulevard, and that's why she takes her own life at the end. She's like, I don't want it to go that way. I think that's why the homeless woman at the end is holding onto the box, the blue box. That's the big. All the answers or the reality is in the blue box. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot. It can hurt your head. But
there's a ton.
it sticks with you. I'll tell you.
It
when I was
does.
done, I've been thinking about it. I watched it maybe 2 weeks ago, and I have been thinking about it probably every day since. So
I will tell you, I was very, I was disturbed. I was put off. I was confused. I didn't know what the hell had just happened, but I enjoyed it thoroughly throughout.
Yeah. I will even add that I was annoyed with it at the beginning, and
I was
because
annoyed.
I didn't trust that it was going to get better, and I feel bad for that because as I'm watching a lot of the acting at the beginning, I'm thinking, is this only considered art because it's David Lynch, and how is this that different from the acting in The Room? This is all
That's
kind
so
of
crazy. You just said The Room.
yeah.
'Cause that's what was in my mind. I was like, this
That's what
kind of
they
feels
act
like The
like.
Room.
Yeah, well,
Especially,
I got cancer.
especially the scene where she goes to do the audition, right? Now, I will say Naomi Watts was a better, like, it was weird because she was acting her ass off in the audition,
Yeah,
acting as her character, but like, I don't know how to describe that, but her
right.
acting as the
She has
actress,
a really good audition.
she has an incredible
It's
audition
amazing.
with, some kind of, I guess, star of yesteryear Hollywood, because he was like this really
Right.
handsome old guy,
Yeah,
who she lets feel her up, and he doesn't want to, but then she makes him, and I guess she's like,
yeah,
oh, this is my shoe in kind of
yeah.
situation.
She gives
Um,
it to the machine. Well,
the
she just
machine,
is really into the scene. I mean, yeah,
or she's just really in
because
because she does the best. That's the
before,
best acting in the whole movie.
yeah, before when people are going, oh, I read, Naomi Watts, she's amazing, and I'm watching, going, okay, she's playing this part, I guess, but she switches into like the greatest actress of all time. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, okay, you're right, yeah, that's pretty good.
She kills it in that scene. But before we got to the audition part where she does her role, everything is very roomy. Like it's like,
Yeah,
hey, how are
right.
you? This is
Wouldn't
my
that be
assistant.
something?
Yeah, this is my other assistant. This is a casting director who's here just to watch, and then
Right.
it is, and then we find out the casting director was married to the producer before, but it has nothing to do with anything. So it's like,
Yeah.
it was very Room-ish. I had that vibe too. I felt like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm watching kind of The Room. This is the Tommy Wiseau,
Yeah.
Greg Sestero worst movie ever made.
Yeah, maybe they
Room.
were trying to do Lynch, but but Tommy saw Mulholland Drive and went, the first part is what I like.
What year did Room come out? The Room come out? It was like 03, maybe?
It's after
Before?
this.
It's after this, and there might be a lot of Mulholland Drive DNA
Interesting.
in the screenplay.
2003, right? Yeah.
2003. So come on now, you tell me Tommy
Okay.
Wiseau doesn't see this movie and go, I have an idea. I don't know why he turned to Borat.
He's
But,
Russian there, yeah. I have an idea. I will make film.
I will make movie picture.
Film. It'd be just like Mulholland Drive first act. I did not see the part after club.
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
I
you're
don't
like, what?
understand trumpet player suddenly not playing trumpet.
We will shoot with 2 cameras at the same time, digital and film.
We not shoot in alley. We shoot on blue screen.
But there's an alley right here. It doesn't matter.
No, it's movie.
It's movie. Come on, it's movie.
Come
The
on.
Disaster Artist, by the way, great movie.
Yeah.
Franco did a great job. I know he's like now. I think he's coming back. He's making a comeback. Franco's making a comeback.
Oh,
I just
we
saw
forgiven Franco?
he's the villain in the upcoming First Blood remake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know he had some stuff. But he did a great job in The Disaster Artist.
It wouldn't be a pick six if we didn't have to address somebody's stuff.
Somebody's stuff. We just seems
And
like
I
every
didn't
episode
expect
this
it to be
season.
James Franco, but here we
Me
are.
neither.
Well,
Where we
this is
got
a
there.
Mulholland Drive is a whole movie about stuff.
It is about stuff,
Before
right?
the stuff got exposed.
And to me, so that was the best acting, but I did feel like The Room. I felt like The Room, and maybe Tommy Wiseau saw this because isn't The Room based in Los Angeles or no?
I filmed it in Los Angeles.
They filmed in Los Angeles.
Yeah. And he was taking like acting classes. That's where he met.
He was taking acting. Greg, right?
Greg.
Yeah. So you feel some.
That's an interesting thing.
You see it,
I'm
right?
gonna explore that.
And it's weird that we both thought of The Room when watching this
Yeah.
movie, because this movie is not The Room. The Room is a bad movie. It is a bad movie.
I almost didn't bring up that comparison because I felt guilty for doing that, but that's what I was feeling at the time.
It was literally in my head too. That's so
Okay.
crazy. But Naomi Watts does a good job. Let's talk about Naomi Watts for a second. What was your relationship with Naomi Watts before this movie?
Before
Like,
watching
when
this?
you thought of her, what came to mind?
King Kong.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think I remember seeing her in.
Yeah, that's the only one
I'm
I
sure
remember.
there's other stuff, but I never really, I didn't have a relationship with Naomi Watts, I don't think.
Not that you
So,
would reject one either.
no. But no, she and Laura Herring do an amazing job.
Well, we'll talk about that.
And so no, but I read that her career was kind of going the same way, that she was having trouble getting work as an actress and was on her way to maybe quit the business, and then she auditioned for this and got the gig.
Well, I remember her from King Kong, and she was in a movie that a lot of people didn't like, but I actually liked, J. Edgar, which was the Clint Eastwood, Leo DiCaprio movie. And then she was in Birdman.
But she's a Birdman. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she was in Birdman, and that's kind of where
Birdman.
I've seen her in.
Okay.
But she's like, if you look at her IMDb, she's never stopped working. She is always working on something. So yeah.
Oh, she was in movie 43. Good for her.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh,
And she was
everybody was in movie 43.
She was in the new that's where I was trying to figure out where I saw her last. Okay, two things. Television. I'm looking at her IMDb right now.
Mm-hmm.
She was just in Love Story, where she played Jackie O.
Okay.
This is about the JFK Jr. Love story with his wife,
John F. Kennedy Jr.
And then she was mainly in All's Fair, which is the Kim Kardashian legal drama.
Oh.
Did you watch All's Fair?
No.
You're not a big Niecy Nash fan?
I was when she used to host that home show on HGTV.
Let's see, you're a tick above me. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I think that's her.
Yeah, you maybe. I think it was Niecy Nash, Tiana Taylor, Kim Kardashian, Glenn Close, Naomi Watts, and Sarah Paulson are all in All's Fair. A show about women who run is it family law, like a divorce firm, I think. So congratulations to Naomi Watts. But that was where I knew her from Spotted Project, but she never became like a mega star.
No, she was in The Ring, the remake of The Ring.
Yeah. I didn't watch that.
Give it that. Yeah, it's scary movies. Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah,
So-
you're right. She has a very long IMDb.
A whole lot. But for me, I didn't know much. I've seen some of her work now that I'm like looking through IMDb, but didn't know a whole lot about her. I will say I don't know why she wasn't a bigger star. Not that she didn't make it, but like you could see even in that audition scene, she could turn the jets on.
Mm-hmm.
We could act. We could go for it. Beautiful girl, pretty girl, very talented. I don't know how old was she in 01. She looked younger. She looked like early 20s. So she must have been, let's see. She was born in 1968. So in 01, she would have been 33.
Okay.
So she actually looked younger.
Yeah, I think there was even a note from the ABC network that they thought that the two female leads were too old for the part that they wanted, and I couldn't disagree more.
Yeah, no, I thought that they were perfectly cast.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm just looking at Laura
two-
Harry was born in 1964.
Well, so she was in mid 30s.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to get to Laura in a second, but where was it? It says that Naomi Watts was nominated for 2 Academy Awards. I'm trying to figure out for what. Was Birdman one of them? I guess maybe.
I don't think so, but this is live, everybody. Live.
Yeah. We're just doing some live research. No big deal.
Live research. We could do it before, but what's the fun of that?
Naomi.
She's married to Billy Crudup. I didn't know that.
Oh, I've talked to him. He's a good guy.
Okay, then we approve of that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Billy Crudup.
Okay, good job.
Yeah. He's in the morning show on Apple TV. Good guy.
She's
good guy.
56 years old.
Yeah. Well,
5'5".
Is that too tall for you?
Nope.
You said it like Mr. Disdain.
No.
Like,
You don't know me. Born in Kent, England.
She was nominated for Best Actress in the 2003 film 21 Grams. Ring a bell?
I've heard of it.
Never seen it.
No.
And then she was nominated again for Best Actress in 2012 for The Impossible. Don't know that one either.
I feel bad. This is a movie podcast.
I don't know those.
No.
So Naomi Watts, cool. And we're gonna get to the categories in 1 second, but let's talk about her co-star in this film.
Very different career.
Yeah.
She's her claim to fame before this was Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
Yeah. Laura Herring, she was, I will say, I'm gonna give her a few shout outs here. She was Miss Texas, USA.
Hey,
so
Texas.
She was, I think she's half Mexican, half German of some kind, and lived in San Antonio. Shot in the head when she was 12 from a drive-by shooting.
Texas.
Very Texas. She had to get shot at some point. But obviously she did well. Went on to be Miss Texas USA and then started her film career. I will say, from a completely superficial realm, a smoke show.
As the heterosexual male, yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
Show.
Yeah.
Couldn't take your eyes off her hot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're just being honest.
Yeah.
She was in Exit to Eden, Dead Women in Lingerie. Didn't know those. Little Nicky. I don't remember her in Little Nicky, but now I'm gonna have to go rewatch that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
John
TV.
John Q was a good one. She was in The Punisher, the 04 Punisher. So she must have been. What did she play? I think she played Travolta's wife in that movie. In that 04 The Punisher film. And then I don't remember. I haven't seen anything else she was in except for she was in Father of the Bride.
The 2022 the remake of the remake.
I saw that.
She Diane Keaton?
No. That's Gloria Estefan.
That's Gloria Estefan.
But it also has Adria Jonah in there, and I'm a big fan. But yeah, so Laura Herring, so interesting career, right? I mean, is this her? We'll get to the category.
We could do that because I think definitely this is the peak of her power. But I want to say that's a category we're going to do later, but now we're not. It might be the peak of Naomi Watts too, even though she's done high profile stuff since. The fact that we're kind of having a tough time thinking about where she is, I'd say, but career wise, probably not. But it definitely is the beginning. Well, it literally is the beginning. But I don't think she's ever had anything like this that she gets to sink her teeth into.
Yeah.
But definitely for the Miss Herring.
So, okay, a couple more questions about the actual movie, and then we'll get into some of the categories. Are they actually lovers?
Yeah,
they are.
I think in the real life they were, and they both had the opportunity to get this part that they auditioned for. And Rita, what's Rita's real name?
Camila.
Camila did what Diane would not do. Mm-hmm. So she's now engaged to the director, and she's like kissing on that other actress at the party that she invites her to, and they're broken up now, and it's the whole reason that I think Diane wants her killed is because she's the jilted lover that just wants her to come back and it can't function without her. So much so that she has a scene where she tries to literally do something by herself and can't. finish the job.
Oh, that's what that was meant to be.
I know it's distracting, but I think that was the reason for it. Other than the look what she's doing. I think she's trying to be good with herself and take care of herself, and she just staring at that ceiling, and it's getting fuzzy, and she can't finish the job. She needs her partner, and her partner ain't there.
So,
she even hallucinates kind of when she's out of the dream that she comes back, but she's not really there.
She's not there. Yeah.
She
comes in. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So they were real lovers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Justin Theroux and the director. He's as the director. That's another element where I'm super confused as to why do we spend a lot of time with Justin Theroux?
I think it's still another part of Betty's dream. She's just kind of putting it's another part of her, I believe, because it's got the cheating element to it. The Billy Ray Cyrus character that's in bed with his wife says it's just pretend like this didn't happen. It's better that way, or something like that. And then, which kind of goes later with the cowboy saying that attitude, it's all about your attitude, how you handle things. So I think it's a weird, not great advice for mental illness to, hey, if you just think positively, everything will be fine. And nobody does. But I think that has something to do with it. And that his attitude, like he could just walk away from it, but he decides to, like he ruins her jewels. And
well, that's the strangest reaction to finding your wife in bed with another woman, a man.
Pink paint
I'm gonna grab your jewelry box. I happen to have this really bright pink paint available, paint. And I'm just gonna pour it on your jewelry.
That's how I'll get you back.
All right.
Yeah. Man. So I think it has something to do with that, but she also kind of needs the part of her excuse why her Hollywood dream didn't come true is more of the conspiracy. Like the director wants to hire her. They have a weird moment where they stare at each other. The only time she really sees him is that after the audition she goes and they lock eyes, and then he has to hire somebody else because the weird mafia wants this girl. And then that's kind of like...
reason never explained.
No, but it also is, again, giving up on who you are for your dream, for your career. Like he realizes if he's going to make the movie, the rest of his crew's all been fired. If he's going to make the movie, he's got to have to sell out. And that's what fake Rita does, or real Rita does. And I think that's what Betty finally realizes she has to do at the end, because she's looking a little downtrodden in real life. So it's just another part of the Hollywood. You can come in with the best intentions and your big dreams and ideals, and it's not that nice.
Well, at least the movie's not cynical, you know?
No, it's like, hey, it could work out for you, but you're going to have to pay the piper.
So Betty and Rita, or Diane and Camila, they're real lovers.
Yeah.
And Camila is just doing whatever she can to get to the top spot, even though she doesn't necessarily like men, or she does like men.
I think she likes whoever can help her, because I think the idea is that Betty/Diane is the one with the talent, and she should be the one that's succeeding, and Rita Camila has to use her other talents.
Okay, which she has some. She's got.
You work with what you got.
She's got something to work with. A couple more things, and then we'll get into the categories, because I just had so many questions come up.
We're not going to get to everything, folks.
Yeah, the bumbling hitman scene is funny. I actually like it a lot. Were we just was that only so we know that he's inadequate, or? I
think that, again, that's the dream. That's Betty making him inadequate, so maybe it doesn't, like, something will go wrong, and maybe Camila will not die. She feels bad about it afterwards and hopes that it doesn't happen.
And then the other question is,
But
that
he's
where
also, I think he's trying to get a black book. And that makes me think this is TV series stuff. Like that would have been on
he
the
felt
season.
very TV series-ish.
Yeah.
Him and the cowboy and the mafia parts
Yeah.
were all like, oh, these are auxiliary
Because it's
characters.
even Dan Hedaya is a pretty big actor that plays one of the mafia guys. He's only in that once. He's not the one that spits out the coffee. That's actually the composer, Angelo Badalamenti. But
What an odd scene.
yeah, the theory I read on that one is that coffee equals caffeine equals waking up. So people are either they drink it or they don't. Like the hitman does not at the diner. He's offered coffee. He says, I'm fine. And she does drink coffee. I don't know.
Oh man,
You can make anything. Like you could. That's when I would get cynical about Lynch. I would say, oh, it's just weird for weird.
Did he ever do a long form interview about this movie? Like any explanation?
He famously would not ever explain anything. He was very big on, and he would get upset when people do it. He would say, like in music, no one asks. Music, you can get away with saying whatever you want, and it's just you can interpret it a million ways. But with movies, it's different. What people want to know, what does that mean?
Well, because music's not always a story, right? Music.
No, but that's his kind of vibe as well. I think he's telling a story, but it's more about vibe and feeling that can't necessarily be explained by words. Kind of like when the guy's talking at Winkies, he says it's day and night, and I can see the guy through the wall. Right?
Yeah. Huh?
But you can do that in a dream. You just don't know why you're doing it and how you explain. Like in a dream, you can float. Like you can just levitate.
Let me ask this:
I love
is the where she invites her to the house and they're about to announce the engagement, Camilla and the director? Is that really? Did that really happen, or is that part of the dream? Too?
No, I think really happened. That's real, and that's just.
So why did she kiss the actress in front of her?
Yeah, she not only kisses the actress, but then she gives her like a look when she does it. She's just mean.
So we don't like her.
No, we're not supposed to like her. That's why she changes her so much and wipes out her entire backstory and her mind and everything. When she creates the fantasy version of her, she's nobody. She hasn't done anything wrong. It's better to forget it. It's better to just pretend like you didn't see it.
Okay, but so she's not really in love with her. She just thinks she's hot.
Maybe.
Because like if you erase everything about the person,
any of the personality, or she wants to take the hotness and make a new personality.
Because here's the thing: when Betty and Rita, when they first have their big intimate scene, right, where Rita comes out in a towel, and she was wearing the wig, and then she takes the wig off, and like, okay, just to walk you through what I'm thinking. Like, to me, that scene is where they first kiss and they make out and they do the deed or whatever. Again, this is in that moment, she says, I love you, right? She doesn't know anything about this woman. She knows not who she is. She doesn't even know her real name. They've spent no time really talking about each other's dreams, goals, aspirations, shared values, or anything.
Yeah.
Never, right?
How many kids do you want?
Right. They don't, but I'm serious. They talk about nothing in the movie at all to this point in the movie, other than I have an audition. Let's figure out who you are and let's get some coffee. Right. That's the only thing that's happened. And then she tells her, I love her after she takes off her towel. Right. So this was not love talking. It was 100% lust at that moment.
Well,
that was a lustful moment because David Lynch, no, I'm serious. David Lynch wanted everyone to go, we were all Betty in the moment. We want you to take the towel off, right? As the audience, like I'm serious, as the audience member, we all wanted that to happen. It happens, and they start making out and going at it. And she says, "I love you" in a moment that was not. It was completely lustful. It was a lustful moment. Like, who hasn't had the fantasy of the super hot chick comes in with a wig and then she takes? It's a James Bond moment. This happens in Diamonds Are Forever. It happens in the Diamonds Are Forever. She has a different thing, and then Tiffany Case is brunette, and then she's blonde. And Bond goes, "Weren't you a brunette when I walked in?" And she goes, "Do you have a preference?" He says, "So long as the collars and cuffs match, I don't really care," which is a crazy thing to say. And then they do the deed or whatever. But I think that she has no real attachment to Camilla or to Rita. She just thinks that she's smoking hot and she's lustful and just wants her for that, right? I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're right. I would never argue with anyone that got so passionate about anything ever.
Well, I'm making connections. I'm trying to connect the dots while we're talking. But is that not right?
Worlds are colliding. Well, it makes sense because the fact that she, in her fantasy, makes her entire personality disappear.
And her name.
Yeah, she's nothing except the body.
The physical.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think
she can make her whatever she wants her to be.
And to me, like, okay, like, I think, seriously, though, okay, look, have we not been here?
Folks,
have we not been here? The girl is so hot, we're going to overlook all the red flags.
Yeah.
That's happened to everybody, right?
Yep.
Or the guy's so attractive, you look past all his red flags. Whatever your thing is, I'm just talking about from my perspective. It's like you look past the red flags because she's so attractive. Yep. And to me, that's what's happening here. Like, I'm going to, in my dream, you're idealistic. You're perfect. You have no baggage. This is the first time we meet. Like, the whole thing, right? I mean, it's
the only thing I'm keeping is what you look like.
It's the only thing that she keeps. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let's get into the categories.
Oh.
My rant is over.
I like it.
Scene stealer. I struggled with this one. Because Naomi Watts is putting on the best acting performance, right? In general. Does she steal the scene? I want to give it to Laura Herring, but I feel like I have to for Naomi Watts.
Yeah, I think she puts on a clinic, an acting clinic.
She's really, really good.
NW for the win.
Is there any runner-ups? Would you put Laura as the runner-up? Do you put Justin Theroux as a runner-up?
You know what? I will say Justin Theroux, because Justin Theroux, I thought, as I was watching it, and I was still confused during the dream parts, he's the only one I felt wasn't acting like in an over-the-top dream way. And in fact, he kind of has some reactions, like in the scene with the cowboy, it was like, all right, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I felt like if I found myself in this real situation, everybody's talking like that, I wouldn't want to like go, why is everybody being crazy? I think I'd play along a little bit as well and go, yeah, right. It's like talking to drunk people at a bar. You go, yeah, whatever you say. So I thought he was actually quite good at grounding in it, and maybe didn't necessarily need to be that way, but he was just different than everybody else and kind of made you feel like this might be real. So I like him.
And I liked him too. And one of the things that, because I do like this movie, one of the things that does bother me about a couple things that bother me about it is I was so invested in the mystery of like what's going on, and I wanted some finality to it, and I didn't get it. So it left you like, oh, but you had a great mystery going. Like, what happened? What was the car? I don't know. Talk to me. So like some of those elements that we didn't get to see come through, like even the mafia and the crazy man with the big head and all this, like I wanted to see some sort of I know that we're not getting it, and that's kind of the point of the movie or whatever, but like I did want to see, and maybe is that David Lynch's like ultimate FU to like the Hollywood in general, because he's not lampooning Hollywood, but this is a critique of Hollywood. At the very least, it's very critical of the process and actors and acting, and how money and other outside influence like comes into the artistry and forces a director to do things that he doesn't want to do. And even when he stands up on the principle of, no, I want to make the good art, they're like, well, do you really? Because we can just get rid of you too. Like you're not the machine. You're a cog in the machine. So is this David Lynch also saying like, because I'm critiquing the Hollywood filmmaking process so much, I'm going to also give the ultimate FU in a way to a movie in general. Like to me, this is almost an FU movie because, hey, all the things that we're invested in and like the story arc and the traditional structure, not going to let you finish
That's not even real. And I'm committing the ultimate, like one of the ultimate screenwriting no-nos is, and it was all a dream. But doing it in a satisfying way.
Elsewhere, Dallas, right? Like it's a dream.
Although famously, one of David Lynch's favorite movies is Wizard of Oz, so that kind of checks. But also, I think what's interesting is I don't think David Lynch necessarily had that problem as a filmmaker in Hollywood. He pretty much got to do what he wanted to do. So maybe it's more of an outsider perspective, and it's more of a commentary of what he's seen happen to others and not necessarily himself. Because the fact that he's making that kind of statement in a movie where that is not happening, he got to cast whoever he wanted to cast. He got to do a weird ending. But it definitely is a critique on things that came to light later.
Yeah. Because that casting scene is such a strange thing.
It's another one of these movies where we've done this with a couple of things where when you watch it after the fact or just watch it with some years behind you go, oh my gosh, this feels different.
This is our third venture, by the way, I think, into the 2000s, right? Because we did Ready to Rumble, we did Into the Blue in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The early 2000s was an interesting time.
This movie came out a month after 9/11. That's weird.
Whoa.
It was a weird place in history to watch a weird movie.
Well, was this movie a hit?
No.
I can't imagine it.
None of his movies are. They're just they're David Lynch movies.
They're artsy. It's a very artsy.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a limited release, and
this is something you don't want to watch after a national tragedy. It's not an upper.
No, I'd watch Rush Hour 2.
Yes.
Just to feel better.
Oh, and Rush Hour. I forgot that. We did Rush Hour as well. So that's another 2000s movie.
Yeah.
So 4. That's not the, to me, this was not an upper at all. But okay. This next category is one I debated on, which was best cameo.
Okay.
There's two contenders, really, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's either Billy Ray Cyrus or it's Robert Forster.
Yeah.
Who did you go with?
I went with Billy Ray Cyrus only because I didn't realize, that's not Billy Ray Cyrus. That guy looks like Billy Ray Cyrus. I had to look it up after, or actually I had to look it up during because I'm one of those people. Like, oh my gosh, it is. Why is he in this?
It's very strange.
There's no reason. So I like that for the WTF kind of thing to it. Robert Forster is a cameo, I think, on accident. So I find that interesting as well. That they're like, well, we're not doing that story for the movie. That would have been the TV show. So, but we'll keep it. We did get Robert Forster, and we could totally cut it out because it has nothing to do with anything, but we will keep it. And I think that's kind of cool because I would have done the same thing. I would have kept it. If I had a big old actor there that just did what's needed, especially in a movie that's kind of dreamy and weird, like, yeah, of course he's in there. And everyone's going to go, what was happening with Robert Forster?
Well,
and
so
we did.
do you think, and did any research of yours, did you figure out, like, was Robert Forster, were there more scenes that he filmed that didn't make it?
Yes. There was another scene in the pilot, I think,
so he was in the pilot.
Yeah, he's in the pilot. All that's from the pilot.
Wait. Hold on. I'm confused.
Okay.
That was actually like television, like that was already filmed before they did the movie?
As a pilot. Oh, Brad Gilmore. Okay.
Wait, I was confused. So,
yes.
well, hold on. The pilot wasn't a thing that David Lynch based this movie on. This is footage from the pilot was actually in the movie?
The first, 2/3 of this movie was shot to be a pilot. It was
shot for television?
Yes. Not the scenes you're thinking of that are saying, whoa. That was all animated. No. So he shot the first episode. ABC went, no, thank you, too weird. And he either bought it back or they gave it to him or whatever. And he had this show and he decided, I'm going to make a movie from this. So that's why you get scenes with characters, or you get the scene with the bumbling hitman that feel like this is a character we're going to see through a show, like an hour drama each week. We're going to check in with the hitman. We're going to check in with the cops. We're going to check in with the director. We're going to check in with the girls. And so the second scene that's in the pilot, I think shows the two detectives at a police station or something pretty typical, like trying to figure out what happened with the accident on Mulholland Drive. And that did get cut out, but he kept the scene on Mulholland Drive. Isn't that crazy? Okay. This is all like he did something with it. And he didn't really have a plan of what to do with it before. He had all this footage and went, okay, so how do I take what was going to be an ongoing show and wrap it up.
Okay, so full disclosure, I watched this movie last night, right? So I haven't done all the research in the world on it. So I saw the thing about the television pilot. I just assumed it was a pilot, and I like the concept. Now I'm going to adapt it to film. I didn't know that those were actually used for that. And by the way, what? You're making this for ABC?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
The actual scenes you actually saw. That's what I mean. Like when I said at the top, I said, oh, how did they think this was going to be a weekly show that
ABC
like, America was going to tune into in the late 90s?
The Walt Disney Company.
Yeah.
Was going to put this on the air? Never in a million years. And then, okay, so Forrester, okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
So Forrester was like, okay, we're shooting a pilot.
So now we
this
got
is going to go to series.
Right.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So it was 99. So did they come back in what, I guess 2000?
Yeah. So after they filmed the pilot and they weren't going to do anything with it, they destroyed the sets, they destroyed the costumes. They had to rebuild and redo everything to make it match. And if you don't know, I can't tell.
Oh, I didn't know. No, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Before we go into the cameo, because I want to talk more about Billy Ray Cyrus. Mulholland Drive, I'm reading this. It got Best Director at Cannes for David Lynch. He got an Academy Award nomination for this movie. It actually was a moderate success, making $5 million. It was $20 million off a $15 million budget. Frequently cited as one of the greatest films of the 2000s, the 21st century, and among the best films of all time. In 2022, Sight and Sound's greatest films of all time ranked at number 8. The BBC and IndieWire named it the best film of the 21st century. The LA Critics Association listed it as the best film of the 2000s. In 2025, the New York Times ranked it number 2 on the 100 best movies of the 21st century. And The Ringer named Naomi Watts' performance as the greatest performance of the 21st century. I will say I don't agree with.
I thought you were going to say the number 1 movie was The Ringer with Johnny
Knoxville. No.
When did we get ice cream?
That actually movie should make Pick 6 one day just to talk about how ridiculous.
I've never seen it all the way through.
The Ringer, and you know what though? The Ringer, I think from my memory, I haven't seen it since it came out, but from my memory, The Ringer actually handles the subject matter better than like the critically acclaimed movies that we think.
Okay.
And I think actually I think that Tropic Thunder got some of its ideas from The Ringer as well. Well, back to this. That's a lot of critical praise for a movie that I would not say I agree with the majority of that, to be honest with you. And I like the movie. I do. Right. I like the movie a lot. I'm not putting it as one of the best movies ever made. What?
Yeah,
what?
It's tough because, and I mean this as a compliment in a weird way, I wouldn't put it on the same level as a traditional movie because it's something different to me. It feels like it's an art piece, or it's a thinker. It's like it's something that it's meditation. It's something
Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, it's not. You can't put Pink Floyd and Bay City Rollers and say which album is the best.
Sound like you're saying Dark Side of the Moon and Kiss Alive, right?
Sure. Yeah. It's
like
just,
so
how could you even compare? So I think it's because it's in a class by itself, and I mean that in a good way. It's not even fair to other movies to put it there. And it's not fair to this to put it next to something else that came out like Shallow Hal or something that's 2001. I think maybe 2001. I don't know. That might be early.
I think it's 2001.
But and say, they're both movies. That's true. But I don't know. But I didn't really think about that while I was watching it. That it's not a movie, but I don't mean that like as an insult.
It's really
weird.
It is. You are right. It is in a class of its own. as far as I've never
In the
really
same way,
seen.
The Room is in a class by its own
Yes.
for a totally different reason. I watched that for a way different experience than I watch a regular movie. So unfortunately, once again, I've brought Mulholland Drive and The Room together. And maybe Tommy Wiseau would be thrilled about that. But if I watch this again, Mulholland Drive, which I probably will, I've been thinking about it a lot since. I might want to give it another go. It's not because like, ooh, I'm going to sit down with my popcorn and have a movie experience. And that's how I would watch The Room. But The Room is like, I want to watch this stupid display and laugh.
I guess a couple things that are interesting that it was a television series at first is like, because this is before the prestige TV. You're going to get Matthew McConaughey in True Detective, right?
When was The Sopranos?
Sopranos started in 99.
Okay, so but
not
to your
on
point,
ABC.
Why would this be ABC? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you told me you pitched this
thinking?
for Showtime or HBO, I go, oh yeah,
Right.
I can see that.
Yeah, well, like
I can see Robert Forster being an HBO
it was
series.
Showtime because no other network's going to do that.
No.
So there was a chance it could have been, and I wonder if they did shop it to HBO or even like Bravo or not Bravo, but there are other networks that were doing things. This is before Walking Dead, so AMC wasn't doing anything like this yet, but we're getting
this is
there.
like an AMC FX, maybe not
Right.
FX, but sort of FX, HBO. I could see that, but again, it's just like Robert Forster is showing up like in a random television pilot for ABC.
This would be one of those weird shows that won a lot of Emmys and was canceled immediately.
Yes, 100%. This would not get a second season, and I don't even know how you would do it.
I don't think they would finish the first season. It's too bizarre I'm sorry that I'm not giving America credit, but America, you've done nothing to prove me wrong. I don't think, especially in 2001, where it was, America F yeah, this is not their kind of movie.
This is not America F yeah. No.
Or weekly series that they're going to go, I got to get home.
No, like that's what you need.
Mulholland Drive is on.
What were the top network shows in 2001? I mean, Friends was still on. Top network TV shows in 2001. I'm really curious as to what would have been the America F yeah of it all. But to go back to it, Billy Ray Cyrus is the cameo king of this one, and this is like almost a decade after Achy Breaky Heart, and it's his first movie role.
Very weird. Okay, top 10, 2001, 2002 season. Number 10 was The Practice. Number 9 was Will and Grace. Number 8 was The West Wing. Number 7, Monday Night Football. Number 6, Survivor. Number 5, Law and Order. Number 4, Everybody Loves Raymond. Number 3, ER. Number 2, CSI. Number 1, Friends.
Yeah. I think, was Frasier still on during that time? It had to be.
It had to. If it was, I would think that it would be in the top.
But think about those. Those are the shows. Mulholland Drive is not in there anywhere. Like that's not a show that we were watching in 2001.
No,
it's just not going to happen.
4 was on during that time, but that has a lot of America F yeah, like
it has some America F
cops
yeah.
do whatever I got to do to get the terrorists.
But like, bro, like in 2001.
Did you just call me bro?
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know either. But Jet, in 2001, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was a big show.
Right. Yeah.
Like that was appointment television.
And that was
it was on in prime time.
Yeah.
On ABC.
Every night till everybody got sick of it. I'm just looking to see what else was like the top 30. Oh yeah, Frasier was on. That was 17. Just Shoot Me was 16. Touched by an Angel was 21.
Touched by an Angel, yeah.
Drew Carey was 26. Scrubs.
Where in this do we see anywhere for a Mulholland Drive to be successful?
Not on network TV. And to show 2001 TV, the top 30 TV shows on, all ABC, NBC, CBS.
This is broadcast.
One Fox, and that was Temptation Island.
Oh, well, we know why that was viewed. For the same reason, there's a couple scenes in this movie. Okay, so Billy Ray really strange. I love it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, favorite scene of the movie, Jeff. Great Scott moment of the movie.
Diner. I know it should be
Which
the
diner?
boat scene too. The first diner scene. The Nightmare
first
Diner.
diner.
Winkies, where he talks about that's the scene that freaked me out. And I think it's probably the most famous scene, other than another scene of the movie, in just that it's pretty iconic, and it freaked me out. So the whole, yeah, and that's going to be also my best shots fired, because as much as I like the cinematography and the blue lighting in Silencio Club later,
Yeah.
the slow movement to the back of the restaurant when I know what's going to happen.
Killer.
No me gusta.
No me gusta. No hay banda.
No hay banda. There is no band.
I will say that the Great Scott scene stealing trophy. Can I get a Great Scott?
Scott bien.
I think is Club Silencio for me.
Yeah.
It's so unsettling. It's so intriguing. It's so interesting. It reminded me, there was a venue we used to play in Houston called Super Happy Funland is the name of the venue. And it reminded me of Club Silencio, not in the somewhat in the creepy way. Like, it was really strangely decorated. There were oddities all over the place. The staff who ran it were not all the way there. The seating for the stage was old movie theater seats. So it reminded me a lot of Club Silencio, Super Happy Funland, R.I.P. Super Happy Funland.
I was gonna say you should film something there. Yeah, that's a super cool scene, because they tell you, or the magician that's on the stage, I guess magician, says, there is no band. This is all fake. This is nothing's real. And then for me, I was fooled twice after that. Because then the trumpet player comes out, but when he stops, I'm like, whoa! But he just told you it was going to happen. And then with the amazing crying in Spanish, when she faints and the music still goes on, I'm like, what? And like, no, he told you. It's all on tape. He literally says it's all on tape. It's all fake.
I would actually have bought a ticket to go see Club Silencio. Like, I was so fascinated by it.
At this year's Comic-Con, there's going to be downtown San Diego, Club Silencio, and all of your reality is going to make you shake.
Oh, yeah, and she's convulsing.
Yeah. Because it's all falling apart.
It's all falling apart. And then I even love, and maybe this is my best shot fired, really, because I love, in that scene, I love, first of all, the door to it. Like, I love walking up to Club Silencio.
Notice that it's an arch, which very much looked like when they go through the Paramount. It's Paramount. They don't show Paramount, but the movie studio arch. It looks exactly the same. It's got that same kind of. They go through basically a movie studio arch, just like that, but it's to the Nightmare Club.
Because it's Club Silencio. And then the shot fired, I like when we're looking at the illusionist or the host, and then you see the blue-haired woman just in the balcony area looking over it, and it's very ominous. It's very creepy. And she's kind of out of focus. You don't really see her, but you know her. You notice her. I really thought that it was unsettling, and I liked it.
Yeah, there's a part 2 with him. Oh, that guy creeped me out. Where he's doing his little spiel, and he's in kind of close up, and he's going to look at the camera, but he doesn't do it right away. He's still kind of looking at it. And like, I remember I was watching and I'm thinking, look at the camera. I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to look right at me. Let's do it. Come on. Look at me. And he finally does. But I don't even know if that was intentional, or if I'm really creating a million things. And I'm sure David Lynch, R.I.P., would be thrilled about that. That I'm talking to the screen going, I know you're going to look at me, dude. Come on. Look right at me. Look through my soul. And then he did.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a interesting guy.
There is no band.
Well, okay. Then this gets into, let's go to most quotable moment. What's the best line of dialogue? Is no hay banda?
No hay bando is good. Anything that repeats, I like. I liked We Don't Stop Here coming back.
Oh, yeah. At the beginning and the end of the film.
Yeah. I like This Is the Girl that comes up a couple times, and it has different meanings.
Yeah.
It could be, this is the girl for the part. This is the girl you're going to murder. It's good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. There's a few of them. Yeah, I like Silencio because when she
So
wakes
that
up,
was great too. Yeah.
when Camila or Rita in the dream sequence when she wakes up, and she just keeps saying Silencio, and she's not blinking. It's so creepy.
I also like when it's so creepy too, and it's just simple. And maybe I'm more creeped out by simple, like stilted dialogue that sounds almost childlike, where the cowboy says, if I something about like if I come back one, you'll see me again if you do good. You'll see me twice if you do bad.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want to see him twice. And we do see him twice. But I don't like that.
yeah. I'm not a fan.
That creeped me out. That cowboy creeped me out. And he's not an actor. And he was reading his lines off of cue cards. Justin
Yeah.
Theroux had to hold them up. And you get that feeling. Like you can tell it's just so stilted, but it works.
Yeah, very much
Ooh,
so.
that freaking cowboy.
Oof. No hay banda.
No me gusta.
No me gusta. No me gusta. Let's see. Our next one here is. Oh, I think this is obvious. And by the way, I mean, we're talking about the best scenes of the movie. There are probably very rewatchable scenes that people have watched on the internet 1,000 times from this film.
Right.
Yeah, but we're talking about the ones that were most
For
intriguing
different reasons, yes.
for different reasons.
There's no mystery to that one. We get it.
We get it. It's there. We
Mhm.
understand. And
Yeah.
we're, you know what? We're on for the ride. We're in. We're on for the ride. We're along.
Yeah. Yeah.
The prop shop pick. I think this is like there's really only I feel like one answer to this, and it's the blue
There's-
box.
Blue box, blue key.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I want them in my home, but because it kind of freaked me out. But yeah, it's got to be.
I mean, that's that. I mean, to me, maybe that is why I had the David Lynch, David Fincher mix up because
What's
you
in
know
the
you're thinking
box?
it's in the box the whole time. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I've seen some fan art as I was looking for things for when we post this, and some fan art. The whole poster is just the blue box and the blue key.
It makes sense.
And if you know it, you know it.
Makes sense. I'm in for it.
Next category, I don't even see how we could do in a movie like this. It's
Oh,
plot
no.
hole parade, and you could say it's all or it's or none. You can do whatever you want.
Well, again, and I was thinking about it because at first I thought, oh, you know what? I thought I had figured one out in the in the shower this morning. I thought I had figured out it was the cowboy at first, but I'm wrong.
Okay.
I'm wrong. But I thought it was the cowboy because the cowboy goes, he tells Justin Theroux, if you do the right thing or if you do it right, you'll see me once.
Mhm.
You'll see me one more time. If you don't do the right thing, you'll see me two more times. And then I don't remember ever seeing him again, but you do see him two more times in the movie.
Yeah, you see, he
Once at the
wakes her up
party.
and the party. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that actually he held up to his end of the bargain.
Yeah.
But then I thought, did Justin Theroux's character not do the right thing? And then it was, wait a minute, this is really Naomi Watts was the one to cast, and so
You got it.
Oh
That's
my
right.
gosh, the movie
That's
is
right.
good. It is a good movie. I'm talking myself more into it.
Yeah,
'Cause I did
the
like
more
it.
the more you think about it, and I've been looking forward to having this conversation since I watched it because I knew it was going to get intense.
It's interesting. It's a really interesting film.
It makes it very hard to do these pick six categories because when you say things like we have the categories of what happens the next day and
Mhm.
like nothing.
Nothing. That's
Nothing.
really what I wrote down. I wrote down
Yeah.
nothing.
Everybody's dead, or I guess they're not. But
Well,
there's no first movie if they're not.
okay, but here's the other thing: was this just going to be one season of television?
Well, that's it, and that's one of our other categories is can you turn this into a series? I don't think so.
Oh, I did,
But I
by
think
the way.
that's why they. Oh, cool. Why they had all these other extra characters that they would have done more with, and then they would have stretched out things, and I think it would have been more about the mystery of who Rita is, and maybe it never was. I don't even know for sure if the series was a dream, and that's just what he ended up doing because he had to figure out how to make this a movie and wrap it up in 2.5 hours. So it may have just been Twin Peaks was mainly just a murder mystery about who killed Laura Palmer, and then just showed all these really eclectic, weird characters throughout while they started to solve the mystery. And that was a mystery that originally David Lynch and Mark Frost had no interest in giving an answer for, and the ABC forced them to reveal it, but they never intended to.
Look, I like when filmmakers do that, but it also pisses me off at the same time. Like it
all depends. It all depends on how you do it, because I hate Lost for the finale.
Yeah,
and Lost did that. I thought Lost went cheap, but I guess it depends on if you can come up with a satisfying.
Well,
maybe it's easier in movies because you're not as invested for season. I know, especially with a show like Lost, it was pre binging, so I was coming back every week to watch it, and going, all right, it's better pay off. And when I felt like it didn't, I feel like you chipped me up so much life.
Well, even stuff though, like I like not knowing what's in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction, but I also hate not knowing what's in the briefcase. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's something sad would be set. There's like this. It's like in music sometimes. Like for more drama, you want to end on a minor chord, right? Because it feels like incomplete, like, and it just fades off into the distance. And I understand the artistic need for that, and sometimes you do it. But there's nothing makes you feel better than that nice major C chord. He just hits, and everything is resolved. We know what happens.
Right.
It's all good to go.
It's it's like going up to somebody with ADHD or OCD and just going dot 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 dot, and then walking away and watch them go. Joe, what are you doing?
Well, you know what it's like, and Jerry Seinfeld has a bit about this. He's like, the three little ghostly dots in texting. He's like, they're there, and then all of a sudden they just go away. And you're like, wait a minute. It's like, it's saying I'm cooking something up for you. Yeah. You're going to love this message. And then it goes away. He goes, it's like going up to somebody on the street and going, actually, never mind. And walking away. He goes, you can't do it. And that's what I feel like Lynch does a couple of times. He has the ghostly dots.
I was going to tell you something, but I don't think you're ready for it. So I'm not going to tell you. Bye.
Yeah. It's like, what? No.
Won't you even bother?
Let's do peak of their powers. David Lynch. Yes.
Yeah, I think this is considered peak Lynch. And he did movies after this. He did Inland Empire. He did Lost Highway. Those are Mulholland Drive and Lost Highway and Inland Empire are considered like his Hollywood trilogy. I don't know. Lost Highway looks like it's even weirder. So I'll maybe get to it. We'll see. I don't know if I've suddenly opened a Lynch door where I'm curious for more. We'll see.
I'm not currently, but I'm open. Like if something comes by, I might. I think it's yes for David Lynch. He wouldn't really go on. I mean, when did he pass away? David Lynch died
just
in
this year, I think.
25, last year.
Yeah, last year.
Last year, but he didn't make a movie in the last several decades, right? Like our last couple.
No, his last thing he did was the return of Twin Peaks on Showtime. He directed every episode of that season, which I think is 18 episodes, which is a lot now for a series. And I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of it, but I haven't seen it. But from what I've heard about it, it's very David Lynch.
Is it good or bad?
If you like David Lynch, it's great.
If you like David Lynch, it's great.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking like he did Elephant Man, Dune. Well, Dune is one we should bring up, right? He did the
Dune was his
Dune.
attempt to go mainstream, and it was a huge flop.
Yeah. But then they since have remade Dune into a trilogy that has been massively successful.
Yeah. He was even talked about for a while, I think. I don't know how much of the conversation or how far the conversation went, but with directing Return of the Jedi, which I can only imagine what a David Lynch Star Wars movie would look like. Can you imagine what the Tatooine Jabba's palace would have been like?
Well, it's like sometimes you hear remember, I think Quentin Tarantino wanted to do a Star Trek movie and a James Bond movie, and you just can't see how that would even work. And
but you want to see it.
But you're curious as hell.
Yeah.
You're curious as hell. Man, can you imagine Daniel Craig, Quentin Tarantino Bond offshoot?
Oh, like they would do a Never Say Never Again.
Like a Never Say Never Again.
Yeah.
That would be nuts.
That'd be cool. It's kind of like non-canon.
Yeah, let him have fun with it. It's crazy. It's over the top.
Mhm.
Now that I could actually talk myself into. The last movie he did was Inland Empire.
Okay.
Laura Dern, Jeremy Irons, another Justin Theroux, Harry Dean Stanton. You know, pretty good cast.
Mhm.
Didn't make any money, but you know. So this is peak of his powers
Yeah.
for sure. Or would Twin Peaks be? No, I'd say this.
No, I think this was it. Twin Peaks was a continuation of the show, but I think for cinema, the fact that this is held up as one of the, by so many critics, as one of the greatest movies of the 21st century, that's pretty good.
Get this though, 15 Academy Award nominations for David Lynch, never won one.
Wow.
8 nominations just for The Elephant Man alone.
Um,
And then 1 for Dune, 1 for Blue Velvet, 1 for Wild at Heart, 1 for The Straight Story, and 1 for Mulholland Drive.
do you know who produced The Elephant Man?
Ooh, good question. No, who?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks produced The
Mel
Elephant Man?
Brooks.
Interesting.
It is not
That
a
El-
comedy.
It's not a comedy at all. But
Yeah.
Elephant Man was actually a pretty big hit for its time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but
I've never seen it.
I think that probably would be one of his most famous movies to the world.
Let's see. Nominated. Well, he was just the film was nominated for 8 Academy Awards, it looks like, but not him. But best score, best editing, best costume, best art direction, best adapted screenplay, best actor, best director, and best picture.
Wow.
Won none of them though. But very highly, and that was his first film, I think. So
No, Eraserhead is his first film.
Eraserhead's his first film. Okay. My bad. But we still say peak of his powers. Naomi Watts, peak. I think peak. Or was
peak
King
in a
Kong
weird
peak?
way. I mean, she's had a career after that, but this was, I don't know. This was, again, this movie breaks all the rules, including the Pick Six rules. So it's definitely career defining.
I'd say peak for Laura Herring,
Yeah, for sure.
and then for
I wish
Justin
she had done-
Theroux.
She,
Go ahead.
she had done more. I don't. I'm surprised that that didn't pan out into more non-weird horror movie things.
Yeah, great. I mean, she had some really great moments in this movie. She had some great acting moments in this movie, and yeah, I'm surprised she didn't go on to do like bigger things. She was just kind of always a side character in everything she did after that. But she's wonderfully talented in the movie.
Mhm.
Justin Theroux, I'd say no.
No.
I mean, Justin Theroux went and did like a lot of stuff after this. So
See, Zoolander.
he's in Zoolander. He's in Charlie Angels. He was in Miami Vice. He did Bumblebee, which is the Transformers movie. He was in the Beetlejuice sequel.
Okay.
He is on the Netflix show that I like, Running Point. He's really funny on that. Let's look at his thing here. Oh yeah, boom. Okay, so he does American Psycho, Mulholland Drive, Zoolander, Charlie's Angels. I'm trying to think of movies that we've seen. Miami Vice, Inland Empire, which we just talked about. Oh, he's in Tropic Thunder as a cameo.
Okay.
Megamind. He was a writer on Iron Man 2. That's interesting. Did not know that. He was in Your Highness, Rock of Ages, Wanderlust, Zoolander 2, Girl on the Train, the Lego Ninjago movie, Star Wars Last Jedi he's in. Yeah. Joker he was in a cameo, though. And then Beetlejuice, and did a lot of TV. Ton of TV. So, yeah, I'd say no.
That's it.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, Justin Theroux, no. Robert Forrester, no.
No. Do you
This
think
was
peak
not
of his
peak of
power?
his
I think
power.
he's the type of actor that had a couple peaks, but
He had a couple peaks.
Jackie Brown, I'd say,
I'd say Jackie Brown's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
For
Jackie
all the
Brown's
reasons that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Jackie Brown's great, and he's the best thing in it, in my opinion. Is there anyone else we should look at for peak? No, I mean not really.
No, I think that covers the.
That covers the gambit there. So is there anything in the Is This True trivia that you found interesting other than this was going to be a screenplay? I mean, a television series at first.
That's pretty different. That's definitely a different angle to it. I mean, I actually appreciate it more knowing that
Same.
he did that. He was able to take it and go, not so fast, ABC, and make it a movie that is kind of like Hollywood doesn't know what it's doing.
Yeah.
And to that point, this. But it's still, as we've said a few times, how on earth was this even considered? And give him the money to film it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's insane.
And I mean, that is a compliment.
Insane.
It's about dreams. That's my David Lynch. Dreams. I think when I've seen interviews with David Lynch, I think David Lynch is a very smart guy and a very talented guy, or was. And but I don't think I would want to hang out with him because he's just too. But dreams. I love dreams. Like, all right.
Very dream.
That's
We get
cool.
it, bro.
Yeah,
Dreams are cool.
You love dreams.
We all love dreams.
We all
Sometimes.
dream.
We have them. Sometimes we don't want them.
But there's a lot of people that I've seen that are famous that in interviews like, oh, I really like your movie, but I don't want it. I don't think I can pretend to be that nice for that long.
Let's see.
You do it all the time, Brad Gilmore. You interview these people and you make them feel like they're top of the world.
Top of the morning.
That's your talent.
Sequel. I would like a sequel about the cowboy.
Ooh, a cowboy story.
Let's just have the cowboy. And he's like this weird Hollywood fixer.
The cowboy of Mulholland Drive.
The cowboy of Mulholland Drive. And here was my idea for, we do sequel, prequel, prestige TV. This was my layout for the 8 episodes that were going to come to Netflix, right? Episode 1 is The Crash, right? Okay. Episode 2 is Betty. Episode 3, The Search.
A whole episode is The Crash? That's a long crash.
Well, no. It's like the crash into the amnesia, into she goes into the apartment.
I'd be up for a 30-minute crash scene.
I mean, hell, we could do it. More Robert Forster.
Yeah.
Then 3 is The Search for Rita. Episode 4 is The Hollywood Games. Then we get a whole episode on the cowboy and the hitman. Episode 6 is Club Silencio. Episode 7 is Something About Diane. And then episode 8, The Blue Box Opens. There you go. That's all I have. That's my 8 episodes.
I like it. They do a remake? They could do a remake.
They could do could they do a remake? Who stars in the remake?
Ooh.
Who directs it?
Sydney Sweeney directs it. She is not in it.
You know what? You would do. Who would be in the Mulholland Drive remake? That's a
Why
hard.
don't we do a gender swap?
You want to gender swap it?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the director, we want who did Little Women?
Judy Greer. No.
Who did Little Women? And she did Barbie. No, those the same people. Did I mix them up?
Oh, that's terrible. Why would you say that?
Is that the same person? Or no. Barbie movie. Who did the Barbie movie? Greta Gerwig. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking.
Greta Garbo.
Greta Gerwig. That's who I would get. I get Greta Gerwig to direct.
Okay.
All right. And then Greta Gerwig directs and starring, let's see, somebody in their mid-30s.
No, I was going to say go older and make it really sad and make it Steve Martin and Martin Short.
And then the director can be Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
like in the movie.
Yeah,
the movie director, like Justin Gro's character.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's a weird turn on Only Murders in the Building.
We really screwed that one up, didn't we?
I beg to differ.
So okay, this is how it could have happened, but what about this? Do you have something for this?
She never has a dream. It's just a one linear story.
I would like a linear story that ends on a major C chord. So I just know what happens. I just want to know what happened.
Yeah.
I want to see the mystery.
It's the dumb guy version.
Yeah. Did you get a racehorse name out of this one?
Sure. You could do There Is No Band. No hay banda. You could do Silencio. You could do This Is the Girl. Basically,
The
any
Blue
of
Box.
the quotes. Those blue box sound like, this is the girl coming in at number one.
The cowboy. No.
Ooh, cowboy. Or
Pink jewelry.
crazy old people smiling in a cab.
I like it.
Roll
I
up
think
the
I'm gonna
top.
go with. I think I'm gonna go with painted pink jewelry.
Ooh, pink jewels.
Pink jewels. That's the name of the racehorse.
And Billy Ray Cyrus, question mark.
Billy Ray Cyrus, question mark. All right, replace with a Tim. Tim Curry, Tim Meadows, Tim Robbins, Timothy Chalamet. What do you got? Who do you
Any
put
of them as the cowboy, but probably Tim Curry would be a creepy guy. Actually, Tim Curry could be a creepy anybody.
Ooh, no, I'm getting Tim Curry as the Club Silencio host.
Ooh, yeah. There is no band.
Yeah, there is no bottom. I can't do it. But yes, absolutely.
Neither can I, but yeah, he'd be great. And actually, and I say this with 100% respect, he could do that now, even in a wheelchair, would be fine.
It would be fine.
Except he'd have to get up at the end of the scene because everything is phony. So
And he
he's going to
walks
have to
around.
start doing some physical therapy if he wants
PT.
this job.
Well, I mean, you're right though. He could do it, or he could even play the weird big-headed guy, mafia guy.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
Tim Curry in it. You could put Chalamet in here too. Chalamet could be the director.
Yeah.
Shalala. Let's see. I think that we've done most of these.
Yeah.
Am I forgetting a category?
We had best song title based on dialogue, but I think
yes.
those are the same as the horse,
Hi,
to
Banda
be honest.
Silencio. This is the girl.
Yeah.
Who won the movie?
Dream. Who
I'm
won
gonna
the
go home and
movie?
sleep with my wife award for who won the movie.
The lady in the back of the restaurant.
She
The
wins.
nun. The nun.
None.
Mhm.
I said David Lynch won the movie, right?
Yeah, he got to do what he wanted. He got to take scraps that ABC left behind
Yeah.
and say not so fast, and made it what some consider one of the best movies, the number 2 movie, and made us wonder, made me talk to my TV, made us wonder what's all that stuff on the lady's face behind Winkies.
Yes, I think we know.
Boop.
I will say final critique is this is a movie that you should absolutely watch. You should it's one of the, I think that I put it on you should watch this before you should, if you like movies, you should watch this movie list, which is a greatly titled list.
Yeah,
but if
that rolls off the tongue too. This is it's like this is a movie you should watch maybe after you die. Some people say watch movies before you die. I would save this because then you're already probably in a weird place anyway. It might make sense.
This movie does feel remnant of like the 90s indie film boom, right? Of like, we're going to make something really, really weird, very thinky, very art piece-ish, and create conversation about it. And hell, like we've been talking for quite a while about this movie. And I
we've
think
only scraped the surface.
I mean, there's a lot here. It's a very dense film. There's a lot of characters we couldn't even get to or really discuss and talk about their meanings. But I think that this is a movie that is definitely worth watching. I'm glad that I did it. Had it not been for this podcast and your suggestion, I would have never watched this movie. It would have been a skip past. I've heard of it. It was always something you heard about. It was referenced in songs. I've heard it in television shows before, but I never stopped to think about it.
Yeah, it's one of those that you hear and you know it and you know it's probably great, but there's some that just in your mind you think, well, but I'm never going to see it.
Right.
I'm not going to watch it. But there's no reason you shouldn't. Like, wait, what are you doing? There's times, well, you don't have this experience because you're always go, 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 90 miles an hour, 24 hours a day. But people like me that sometimes find yourself sitting on a couch, think, what am I doing? I could watch this, or I could enrich my film knowledge and watch Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
Or watch Little Nicky again.
Or watch Little Nicky again if you want to see her, if you want to see Laura Herring, which who doesn't? Well, I will say, final recommendation is you should definitely watch this movie. And Jeff, I'm glad that you picked it.
Yeah, I agree. We both hadn't seen it. That's bizarre. It's not
both
too bad
hadn't
again,
seen it.
though. It's weird.
So it's interesting that you say that because this is the time of the show where we pick the next pick, and
it's your turn.
It's my turn, and I'm going to break tradition a little bit.
Oh, we're just breaking
You
all the
broke
rules. Yeah.
But I'm going to break tradition. But before I break the tradition, I will tell you what my next film is going to be, my next pick, and I'm going to show you the trailer for it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Here is my next pick for pick 6. And there's no sound to it, so I'm going to come back.
Even more mysterious, yes.
It is 2016's The Nice Guys, directed by Shane Black, starring Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, in a movie that I feel like should have had 2 sequels. Don't know why it didn't, but it's phenomenal, and I can't wait for it. But Jeff,
yeah,
there's been a bit of a gap, sometimes between our recordings, so I feel like we should give the people a little something extra.
Oh,
and so
let me look around. What do I got?
And so
I don't have anything.
This is where we're breaking tradition, and you have no idea what's about to happen.
No, I usually don't.
Tradition is about to be broken in 3, 2.
Jeff, Brad, it's Laker Jim from Laker Jim's Flexcast. I can't believe you guys picked up on me because I've been on hold since minute 68 of Clue the Movie Podcast. I thought at some point you were going to tap me back in, but you didn't. No big deal. Anyway, I've been in the Gilmore Zoom green room listening to the last season and a half of Pick 6, and I've been loving it. But I can't believe today you broke the only rule of Pick 6, and that's that somebody had to have seen the movie. So I say we break one more rule for next episode, and you let me pick the movie. What do you say? All right, let me think. Oh, I got it. Let's do the sequel to Chevy Chase's greatest film. Let's do 1989's Fletch Lives. The movie's got everything. Everybody's back except Larry. It's got Ku Klux Klan. It's got near prison rape. It's got televangelists. It's got Chevy as at his cringiest best. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So I got to go. Actually, I got a thing, but just put me back on hold. Send me a text when we're ready to do this, and I'll be ready. All right. See you guys next episode.
So that was a special message from Laker Jim, because before we get to the Nice Guys, we're going to do a bonus show, Jeff.
All right.
Laker Jim talking about 1989's Fletch Lives, a movie we've all seen.
Okay. I don't want to do that. So good luck. No. Yes, of course. Sure. All right. That's what happens when you don't ask me. No. No good. I have seen Fletch. It's been a long time.
It's been a minute for me too.
Yeah.
I'll revisit Fletch once a year, the first one. I've not revisited Lives as much.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen it a few times. And Laker Jim is going to join us on Pick 6.
He's just waiting.
He's just waiting. We could do it now, but you haven't seen the movie in a long time. So,
no, I should watch it again before we.
Okay.
Tell him to hold on.
Watch
Tell him
it.
to hold on.
But we're going to do it.
I'm not going to watch it today. It might take a couple of days, but I'll get to it. It's Laker Jim.
We'll get to it. Laker Jim, you hold on. For Jeff Smith, which Jeff, do you have something that you want to the Clue Doc YouTube channel you should check out? There's cool clips
I've been
on there all the
putting
time.
some different Clue related things, kind of expanding some of the things that kind of get touched upon in the Whodunit documentary. It's kind of little segments I'm calling to make a short story long.
yes. So if you go check that out on the Clue Doc, and check out my other podcast as always. But that's Jeff Smith. I'm Brad Gilmore. This has been Mulholland Drive, a treat, a head scratcher, everything in between. And we'll see you on a bonus edition of Pick 6, and then we'll be back for the Nice Guys. See y'all.